What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am MLB Chatterbox, aka Christian Corey. You see the title and the thumbnail in today's video. Yes, it has been reported, allegedly, by Jeff Passan, our friend here on the channel, one of the most reliable reporter. That's the word I was looking for. He's reliable. This is why I always go to him. Jeff Passan has reported a deal has gone down between the Phillies and one of the biggest catchers out there in the free agent market. Not the best catcher in the league, not the best catcher ever, but the best catcher in the free agent market being JT Realmuto. And the Phillies have agreed to a deal, allegedly by Jeff Passan. Of course, allegedly, not known, not confirmed by club or JT Realmuto's representatives just yet. But according to Jeff Passan, 5-year deal, $115.5 million. The Phillies have signed back their top priority catcher. This was the top priority for them. They have signed back their number one piece, their number one catcher, one of the biggest spots and the most, talented players on their team last year, and JT Realmuto. This was indicative for them to get Realmuto back. Again, I always thought deep down inside he was going to go back to Philadelphia. Let's be honest. Again, there was rumors out there of Realmuto possibly going to the Mets in the beginning of this, before they got James McCann being the Mets. Mets was a destination for him. Then after McCann signed with the Mets, there was rumors about him maybe going to Houston, which I didn't really buy that one, but maybe. I didn't really see the Astros going out there and signing a guy like that to this type of contract. I mean, I didn't really think they were in that type of position financially and where they are now. I mean, are they in a win now mode? I guess, they're kind of on that decline. I think the Astros are where the Cubs are, these past couple of years where they won and then now they're going downhill, but that's not the point. He could have gone to Houston. I didn't think that was going to happen. Toronto was a destination for him to go. Maybe. I mean, with all their buzz this offseason, I thought maybe it could have been the second realistic possibility, but deep down inside, I always knew that he was going to go back to Philadelphia. I just knew it. It was an inkling. I just knew. I didn't really think anybody else besides the Mets in reality was a big player in this, because he was going to ask astronomical amounts of money, which is fair. Again, he has every right to do that, and he got it. In my eyes, $115.5 million, $115.5 million are given from the Phillies to JT Realmuto, and JT Realmuto is one of the top catchers out there in the free agent market again. And I think this is a good move for him. This was a move that needed to be made. I know the bullpen's an issue. I understand the bullpen's an issue. They got Archie Bradley to kind of fix that. I mean, that's just one move for the bullpen, but I think this was, again, the number one priority on the Phillies list to fix and to address this offseason was this vacancy or potential vacancy at the catcher's position. They had a vacancy, and if it wasn't JT Realmuto, I don't know who they would have got, honestly. A trade? I don't really know who they would have got, but I'm glad that they finally came to an agreement on this deal, $115.5 million for 5 years to JT Realmuto. Again, don't know if there's any options in it. Don't know if there's a club option. Don't know if there's a player option. Don't know if there's any incentives. Early reports that indicate, literally, Jeff Passan tweeted this out at 2:55 p.m. It is currently 3:17. So, I mean, this is big news. Big news by breaking via Twitter by Jeff Passan that the Phillies and JT Realmuto have agreed on a 5-year deal, $115.5 million. So, $115.5 million, that's great. I mean, that's great for both sides. I mean, for JT Realmuto is awesome. I mean, I think, is it high? I mean, everything's high nowadays. I mean, every asking price is high. 5 years, $115 million. This is what the other catchers are going to be asking for. Not this amount specifically, but in this range. JT Realmuto set the market pretty well for his fellow catchers this offseason. So this is a big move for Philadelphia. Again, a move needed to be made. If they would have, lost Realmuto to the Mets or anybody else for that matter, it would have been devastating. And I know my friend Phillies Hot Stove Luke he would have been ticked off. I'm sure he's jumping out of his seats right now. I'm sure he's making a video right this minute about this. And this is great by the Phillies. $115.5 million given out, 5 years to JT Realmuto to come back to Philadelphia. Brotherly love, and man, they're giving him some brotherly money. I tell you that, man, they must love him a lot. I mean, $150.5 million. I mean, you can't make up that kind of love. I mean, the Phillies can buy love. I mean, they're buying love in this position. They are showing their love for JT Realmuto by literally giving him the biggest paycheck of his life. I mean, I know he was a big commodity when he came over in the trade, from the Marlins a couple years ago, and he was as advertised. I mean, he has not disappointed, which is, a good thing, and in a way a shocker, because sometimes these guys get these hype around them, and they go to the new team, and they whiff. In a sense, I know Harper hasn't been terrible, but you could put Harper in that category too. But again, Harper's expectations are 10 times bigger than what the expectations for JT Realmuto will be in Philadelphia. But I think if he continues what he's doing the past couple of years in Philadelphia, Phillies fans will be satisfied. Everybody in Philadelphia is showing their brotherly love to JT Realmuto. A 5-year, $115.5 million contract reported allegedly by Jeff Passan of ESPN. Great deal by the Phillies. They needed to make this deal. This was indicative that they make this deal work, and they did it. So, yeah, guys, another free agent off the board, one of the bigger ones, now signed back with Philadelphia, being the all-star catcher, JT Realmuto. Alrighty, guys, like, comment, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts of this mega deal by the Phillies and JT Realmuto coming to an agreement on a 5-year, $115.5 million deal. Alrighty, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're giving away that Brooklyn Dodgers hat. So hit the sub button as well. Alright, guys, I'll catch you later.